so you can find those real easy. So let's get into it, Tim. This was a fun one here, man. And again, we already talked about the run stops and how I felt like he played the run pretty darn well last year as a second-year player. You guys know Carrington Valentine. I'm a Kentucky fan. Liked him at Kentucky. Hated him his rookie year in Green Bay. Didn't think he played well at all. Then lo and behold, sophomore season. Some players have sophomore slumps. We were talking about whether Edgerrin Cooper might have one, if he does end up wearing the green dot. Boy, it was totally the opposite for our boy Carrington Valentine. My man struggled his rookie year. In his second year, he just took off. This was a lot of fun watching him play. He led the team in terms of the cornerback room, including Jaire Alexander in passer rating when targeted. He had the best there. He was also tied for the team lead in the cornerback room with 2 interceptions. He did not allow a touchdown all year. We covered the run stops earlier. Now we're going to get into some of the targets, all right? So here we are. The one thing I want you to notice here, guys, people still believe that we play man coverage and we allow cornerbacks to follow certain targets. That has not happened, right? If it has, it's a very minute amount of time since Hafley's been here, and especially since Joe Barry was the defense coordinator as well. You're going to notice with Carrington Valentine, he always lined up at the right cornerback spot. Now, that's left from the offense's perspective, right cornerback from the defense's perspective. And I say that because I don't like when they have cornerbacks travel, because you've got a dominant eye. Every human being has a dominant eye, right? And there's some cornerbacks that their left eye may be dominant, right? It may be dominant, so you'll want to play on one side of the formation rather than the other. That stuff matters. So just wanted to point that out. You'll notice Carrington is always on the same side of the field, okay, when we break down his tape. So here he is lined up in the 1 at right cornerback. And when we say 1, that's your number 1 receiver, okay? Let me do it in the red so you can see it. That's the 1. That's the 2. You always count outside in 1, 2. So he's lined up over the 1 on the left side. Let's roll the tape. Now, notice the defense they're playing here, Tim. This kind of looks like this might be a cover 6 look. So you've got deep quarter, and this looks like deep half, although you'd have to keep an eye on this corner to see if he drops out and it's truly a cover 4 defense. But notice here, ball snapped, McKinney, I think that's McKinney, whoever the safety is, has got to pick up the 2 because they're dropping him, right? So now it's if and then. If the 2 breaks the 10-yard mark, then it becomes man coverage. So Carrington's already flipped his hips, and he's ready to go vert in case this guy presses McKinney, okay? So watch him flip his hips and just run with him stride for stride, eye on the ball the entire time. Great play, batting it down and preventing a touchdown.
Perfect leverage, too, by CV there.
Great, man. And again, just you can see, too, he's watching the quarterback in case they break this thing off. He's ready to throttle it down and cover that as well. Yep. But just a great job getting back there and making a play on the ball and a deep ball here from Anthony Richardson. This might have been Alec Pierce. Kind of hard to tell here. But whoever number 11 is, y'all can check it. Put it in the chat. So, again, you're seeing him in a deep ball here, and you've seen our boy McKinney had to hesitate because he knows he's got to be able to pick up the 2, right? And that's where the read should have gone.
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson. This is bad. You got to be able to hammer that down the seam right there.
Yeah, because X ended up going to the boundary with CV there.
Right. And you see him right there hesitate a little bit too. But luckily, here's the thing I want to point out. If CV misreads this and doesn't know his assignment,
it's a touchdown.
McKinney's cooked because McKinney didn't make a decision either way, right?
Yep.
Hesitated. But again, you've got your second year, 7th round player making a play on the deep ball, on the go ball, man. Really, really nice play by Carrington there.
Love it.
All right, next play. We'll kind of go rapid fire here, keep it short tonight. Now we're against the Bears. Where's he lined up again, Tim? On the right from the defense's perspective. So he's at right cornerback, right? And he's lined up on the 1 out here. And let's watch this play. So they're inside the 10. Again, you've seen Bull communicating here with McKinney. They're trying to get something, filtered out here, figured out. So look, the 1 breaks inside. Watch Carrington, right? Carrington knows, okay, that dude's out of my zone. Watch his eyes, Tim. As soon as that guy leaves his zone, look at where he's looking for work. See the stripe on his helmet?
Yep.
He's looking over here. He's already looking for a crossing pattern, right? And he knows if and then underneath, Quay's got the guy underneath. So he can completely bail on this zone over here and do what we call going looking for work. And he's already picked him up. So with that in mind, let's start to play over. And I want you guys to watch him, okay? He's covering the 1. He runs across her. Look at him. Look for work.
Yep.
Strafe.
Beautiful.
Nowhere to throw that football. Nowhere.
Beautiful. He knows Cooper's got that middle area right there. That's why he can break off. I don't know
Exactly.
if that was that Moore, DJ Moore, or whoever that was.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Everybody just looking for work, playing it. Just great defense, man. There's nobody open, right?
Great job by Cooper there to just step up, just enough to kind of make him think, step up, don't throw that ball.
No. And again, this is what Caleb Williams does not do well. He does not read post snap well. You see him just kind of, there's nowhere to throw that ball, right? And a great job by Carrington there, just pinching that route off, man. And what I love about Carrington here is using the out of bounds as an extra defender. So Great job there. All right, next play. Once again, where's he at, Tim? Right cornerback, okay? And he's not man up, but he's looking to cover the 1, if and then, of course. To me, this doesn't look like man. It may end up being. Let's see here. As the ball snap. This is against San Francisco, by the way. Ball snap. Yeah, look, this is just kind of another quarter or another cover 6 look, it looks like. This could be cover 3, kind of shaping up for cover 3, right? Could be. Yeah. But this kind of looks like half, quarter, right? And that's what we call cover 6. And what that means, guys, when we say cover 6, if indeed it is, and I'm not 100% sure it is right here, it's cover 4 up here, cover 2 down here, okay? So look at him just kind of fading back. They're going to chop it down. I don't know if that's Debo or not. I think it might be Debo. But look at Carrington. The ball's already out, but look at Carrington already breaking on the ball.
Oh, yeah, that's Debo.
Just all over it, man. Again,
and that's a drop, by the way. For everyone wondering what a drop is, that's a drop.
Exactly. Yep. And I'm sure the people that claim Jaden Reed diving for a 4th down inaccurate throw and it hit off his hands was a drop were the same ones begging for Debo Samuel's overweight butt to be in Green Bay this year. So we'll just leave that one alone. But anyway, nobody in our chat I know does that, but I'm on the interwebs quite often. And boy, oh boy.
For sure.
But again,
you got to think if Debo comes up with that ball, CV is going to put the boom on him right here.
Yeah.
Even if he does catch that.
This definitely looks like a cover 3 defense to me, Tim.
Yeah.
Because you can see Evan looking to take the cross route. And Evan holding his water there. I love it. He really made him second guess that decision over the middle. But again, it's not like Carrington broke this pass up, but I just want to show how he's covering deep and still getting within 2 to 3 yards of the receiver to be ready to make a play there.
Pretty good rep from 59, Tyron Hopper. One of his snaps here. A few of them we saw last year. Moving pretty well.
We got – I'm sorry, man. I looked at the chat. We got AFAM's uncle in the chat, evidently.
What? AFAM's uncle?
His mom disappeared from the chat, and now his uncle's back.
So, what?
Yeah, his mom is always here in spirit. But, yeah, we got AFAM's uncle. So, see, this is why it takes so long to get through Chalk Talk, you idiots in the chat. All right, let's move it along. Next play. Again, just wanted to show he played, over-the-top leverage, over-the-top technique, held his water, no explosive play. And when you force them to dink and dunk their way down the field, like you said, good coverage underneath with Tyron Hopper. Tyron Hopper ready to hit that rib cage in case Debo did bring that pass down.
Good.
So, all right, here he is again, right cornerback again. In terms of deployment, understanding where Carrington Valentine plays, right corner, right? Here he is over the 1. Now, this is really interesting because notice you got a linebacker on the tight end, and Carrington's looking to cover the 1. Well, they're going to cheat motion the linebacker, or not the linebacker, the tight end, I apologize. The tight end out. The linebacker is going to follow him, and then you got Carrington one-on-one with the 1 here. So let's see what it is here. He's just going to run a quick little, kind of like a spot route, quick curl, slurl, bang. Look how quick he's on the ball.
Oh,
telling you, man.
I might be jumping the gun a little bit, but I'm just going to go ahead and say this about Carrington Valentine.
Pay that man his money.
You can't do that mid-drink. Listen, it's early for me. We've seen a bad year, right? We've seen a good year. If he solidifies what he did last year, stabilized, I guess you could say, or has an even better year this year, Tim, I'm on board. Now, we don't have to worry about it for 2 more years, but I'm with you, man. I mean, it's what you're seeing on tape is pretty damn solid, man.
Yep.
People say, well, okay, you're showing a highlight reel. That's true. What about the passer rating when targeted? It was better than Ja's. What about the interceptions? He tied Ja. What about his health? He played way more games than Ja. Like he plays the run better than Ja. Now, I'm not saying he's a better cover corner than Ja, especially in Ja's prime, but it's just worth mentioning to this point, the numbers check out, the tape checks out, and he's the highest PFF returning grade in our cornerback room. Everything across the board just kind of lines up. That's what we mean when we say PFF isn't everything. The tape, to me, is everything. You want to know what happened? Watch the tape.
Yep.
But when you got sites like PFF and NFL Pro, you can stats can pique your attention or grab your attention and pique your interest. Like, okay, I need to go watch that. You go watch it. The tape confirms it. That's how you know what you got. So, all right. Now he's showing a little press tech here. Once again, right corner lined up on the one against Detroit. He's showing press. Let's see if he actually plays press, Tim, because it kind of looks like right here, man, single high. There may be a drop. They may fire. So it might just be cover one with a mock blitz or a cover one. Yeah, that would be a mock blitz. Or it might be a will blitz as well, right? Could fire the Sam off there. But let's watch him here and see if he bails or if he's playing man. This looks like man coverage right here. So what he's playing is mirror match. That's called mirror match, Tim. It's a similar technique to press, but you're not putting your hands on him. You just mirror his movements all the way down the field. And listen, they tried to go back shoulder here. The receiver wasn't ready, but I just want you to look at how well Carrington covers this guy. He's right in his hip pocket the whole way.
Like a blanket.
Yeah.
And I know this is a CV chalk talk, but look at the top of your screen. Keyshawn doing a great job on Amon-Ra St. Brown as well.
Yep. Look at Bull getting cooked a little bit right there. But again, when you're in cover one man, I mean, you're kind of on an island, you know.
I'll take it. He kept him in front of him at least.
Yeah. Carrington, though, man, just in the hip pocket.
All over it, stride for stride.
Yeah. All right. Next play. Once again, you're going to get tired of hearing me say,
right?
It's on the surface, it looks like cover one man. We're up here pressing, right? This guy looks to be walking up, maybe pressing. Carrington following the one out. You got a single high look or what we call middle field close look. Let's see what they end up running here, though. Might end up breaking off and playing zone. It could be match. Let's see if we can pick it up. So look, a little press. See him smack him?
Yep.
So we got a little press up top. Now he's going to bail. Just press and bail, right? This looks like it's just zone. I don't think it's man. So what we're playing here, Tim, looks like a cover two zone. All right, and what that means,
Eric Stokes got absolutely cooked by DK Metcalf on the bottom of your screen.
With a cover two zone, probably some match principles, probably similar to red two that Bill Belichick ran. Deep half, right? And then everybody's kind of playing underneath, right? He's probably playing curl flat, curl to the flat if you need it. Could be just playing spot drop, hook curl, deep. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Curl flat. Top look here. So again, focus on our boy up top in Carrington Valentine. Right, a little smack. Now he's going to bail. But look right here. Ball is on the quarterback, and he just that little bit of press at the line of scrimmage. The ball is out, and look at Carrington. Here's the ball right here, guys. Right, it's already in the air. Look at Carrington. Eyes on the quarterback the whole way. Sees it the whole way. So he jams him at the line of scrimmage. They try to go with a fade. He's in perfect position. Should have been picked off. But still a great job, a great play on the ball there. As you can see, absolutely. Lines up, looks like man, ends up being zone. Now, what you're seeing here is a little match principle, though I will say this. He's matching the three. The backer is matching the three. What that means is if and then, okay, with this match. The tight end, who is the three, if the three goes vert, now it becomes man. If the three goes vert, the Y goes vert, it becomes man coverage and essentially turns into a Tampa 2 look. Deep middle, deep half. That makes sense? So has nothing to do with Carrington. It just caught it here on the backside. So he flips his hips and goes. Carrington, you can't play that any better, guy. Let me give you an example here. This is perfect. This, Tim, is how you play press, curl flat, right?
Yep.
Look at him in position, eye on the quarterback, everything.
Yep.
This is how you don't play it. Look at Eric Stokes.
Somebody come look at this. Thank
Eric
God
Stokes,
we had a safety on the shelf.
Telling you, Eric Stokes ends up on the outside with his hands around the waist of DK Metcalf. Now, is it easier to cover or is it harder to cover DK than whoever Carrington's got? It's possible, right? Also, noticing this on the tape too, Tim. This could have been cover six match, deep half. See how he's kind of hanging out towards the quarter. And then you got Carrington's going to bail out, but nonetheless, I think it's deep half. Because if it was 6, Tim, instead of 2, he would have went right here, and you'd have probably let 45 just let him go. So this was definitely cover 2 match is what it was. So,
Okay.
But, again, Carrington, great play on the ball there. All right, let's move it along. Next play. I see Coldplay getting mentioned in the chat again. Congratulations. All right. So next play here. Once again, he's lined up at right cornerback. Let's roll the tape. It's against the Saints. So he's playing cushion here. Some kind of blitz maybe. Everybody bites on the play fake, right? Now look at Carrington right here, Tim. Question is he in man coverage or not? Doesn't look like it to me. Let's see what he does here. 11 takes off. Carrington's just going to kind of let him go into McKinney's spot, right? Now look at Carrington. Looking for work. Going to come back now. This is one of those cross-country routes, right? Now, it gets picked off by Zane. That's the one I was talking about. When I say cross-country, here's what I'm talking about. We've always called it cross-country. You guys may call it. There's some that's like a dragon wheel. Others, the cross-country is a crosser that you kind of wheel off up here. Does that make sense?
And watch how quick Xavier McKinney in the middle of the field picks it up. Watch his right arm. He's going to point it out right away. See it?
Yeah. So this, and this right here is actually what we would call a dragon wheel. He's going to drag and then wheel it off. Okay, so that's a dragon wheel. So watch Carrington. Carrington, eyes on the quarterback, watching the play develop. He doesn't panic. There's no one to cover his 11 leads. It'd be real easy to go with him or hammer down, right, to try to look for work. But he stays patient. He's going to pick up the Y on the dragon wheel and bail out. Watch him here. See him? He's got his eyes on him right now. Oh, I know what we're up to. Let me get back. Could have been picked off by Carrington, but instead it was Zane that picked it off. So great job. And I want to point this out with Zane. I know we're talking Carrington, but it's worth mentioning. Zane here completely bails on his zone because he knows it's not a big threat. Goes back, finds the quarterback's eyes. Bang. Interception. But again, great coverage by Carrington and an even better play on the ball than Zane Anderson. So,
absolutely.
All right, here we are against the Vikings. We're inside the 10-yard line. You'll notice a lot of these plays, some of Carrington's highlights. Tim, you notice they come in the red zone, in some cases inside the 10?
Yep.
Make a mental note of that. When we're doing Chalk Talk, the goal is learn in terms of deployment, how the Packers are using these players, where we're on offense or defense, but also it's what sticks out to you? What's their superpower? What do they do well? Red zone coverage. Carrington's pretty damn good, man.
Yep.
So he's on the one
like
right
man
now.
As well right here, right?
It looks like it. Yeah, we'll see how it develops. I'm with you. It definitely looks like man off the bat. Of course, this soft right here, they might be in some kind of zone or a little matchy look, but he's on Addison right now. Let's see if there's any motion. I can't remember if KOC uses motion here or not. He does not. So he's on the one, right? Gets hands on him. It is man coverage to me, Tim. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely man. So they're playing a cover one robber, it looks like. I could be wrong, but with robber, it's real simple, guys. This safety goes deep. Bullard's going to rob. So he's going to kind of hang around down underneath. I think this guy becomes man coverage, maybe not on the tackle. On the tight end there.
Tight end, yeah.
So you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see Bullard's going to kind of play a little robber here, I believe.
Yeah.
See how he just kind of robbed. Actually, he was manned up on the tight end. The tight end stayed in the block, so he just kind of sits in his zone. That's what he did. But it is man coverage. Now, let's get back to the target here. Look at our boy Carrington roughing him up out there. Jordan Addison. Look at this. Right?
Love it. Yep.
Looking for the ball already. Ball out.
Yep.
Gets back. No problem. So he covers his guy, and even though he's got his guy locked down, playing physical, forces him to the boundary there, he still has the wherewithal to go after the ball, even though the ball's thrown away. So,
good job by Keyshawn there on arguably the best receiver in the NFL, kind of forcing Jefferson towards McKinney.
Yep. Tight window there, for sure.
Yep.
All right, up next, he's back at right cornerback again, he being Carrington, lined up in the one. All right, so when it comes to the tight end here, looks like it could be here or here. It looks like McKinney's got eyes on the tight end to me. I could be wrong, though. If that's the case, then you probably got a match or a man down here. Let's see what happens. Watch Carrington. Backpedal, not panicking. He sees the out route. Watch him already break. Bang. Oh, a little double move. So now it's a double move, right? If and then he knows as he sees him chop this down and flip his hips and goes back inside, guess what? He's off the hook now. So this guy's got the receiver now. Let's see if Carrington bails here. And this is just good awareness if he does. Yep. See him go look for work.
Look how quick he turns, too.
It's so smooth, man. It's so fluid. It's a 7th-round pick.
Yep.
It's so fluid. And look, getting back, getting the interception. Guys, that's if and then right there, man. And reading the quarterback's eyes, right?
Yep.
Like
thank goodness, because is that Stokes getting cooked again?
No, I think that's actually
is that McKinney? Just keeping him in front. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a tough play for McKinney. I'm gonna explain why. Because this is definitely like a match defense. If the tight end goes vert, this becomes man coverage. Well, guess what? McKinney's got to protect the biggest part of the field. So he's going to force him to the boundary because that's a tougher throw for a quarterback to make and an even tougher catch in a tight window on the sideline. But again, if and then, right? And what it is if this guy breaks in, if the one breaks in, then this becomes man coverage. Carrington knows that. As soon as he sees that receiver flip back inside, he's already getting back because he knows McKinney needs help playing. He's playing post leverage on the 2, which is the Y. And look at Carrington go back and just snatch that ball. Guys, that's not just okay, well, that's, nothing special about that. That's a pretty special play in match defense.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if he bites down there and doesn't go deep, that's a complete
first down.
Yep.
And instead, you got the ball back in Vikings territory. Now, let's talk about the negative, right? Don't be holding that thing like a loaf of bread. You'll get it poked out. Which one? You'll see what I'm talking about. He'll go, I'm going to make a play. Oh, yeah. Thank God.
Oh, Edrin Cooper, thank you.
Yeah, I think it was Carl Brooks, I believe.
Was that Brooks that fell on it?
Let's see. Again.
56 and 94. Both saved the day there.
Right here, he's probably thinking, okay, yeah, I just need to probably get down. Now, right here, he's going, oh, I'm housing this. Now, the problem is I think it might be Justin Jefferson that has the high football IQ. It is. Nope, actually, it was up here, wasn't it? He's chasing. This is the guy that bats it out. So right here, Carrington's – he's just getting greedy, man.
Yeah, don't cut it back, man. Just go out of bounds.
And again, yeah, Carl Brooks, right? Carl Brooks on the ball. Edrin Cooper there too, though. You're right, Tim. He was right there on it too. So that could have been disastrous. But, all right, next play. Notice he was up toward the line of scrimmage, kind of sugaring a little press look, right? And this is against the Bears. Once again, right cornerback. Now he's going to back off. Ball snap. Oh, yeah, little bubble, right? Little bubble route. With the bubble, guys, it's real simple. The receiver just takes a step back and bubbles out toward the sideline. Usually it's a bubble screen. In this case, it's just a bubble. He's thinking he's going to make Carrington miss. That's what he's going to do here, Tim. And he wrong. Bang. Hat on the ball, fumble, Packers ball. That's a nice play right there, man. Again, watch him. Look at no hesitation. Watch him break, Tim. Boom. This is probably a choice route at the line. As soon as they seen him back off the line, him being Carrington, they probably said, let's go bubble, right? They're on the same page. Watch him. Back off, bubble.
I love how as soon as he backs off, he knows he's got to get up there too. He sees them going there.
Yeah. That's a beautiful play, man. Hat on the ball too, dude.
Like I said, it might be early, but
pay that man his money.
I love it. Ball out, and I think it's Bullard that recovers it, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Bullard gets on the ball. Watch Bull on this play too, guys. Look how quick he gets out there.
Yep.
Carrington misses. Bull's cleaning it up. That's a positive rep. Notice Gary too. Gary recognizes it, right? Is that Gary? Yeah. Gary out there too. So, telling you, man, Hafley had these boys with their eyes on the ball. There's no doubt about it. Big play there. See if we got one more. Is that it? That might be it. That's it, Tim. There you go. Carrington Valentine, again, we hit the run stops earlier. We hit some of the short pass stops as well. These were some of his targets. Making a play on the ball. You've seen 2 interceptions. I believe we got both interceptions in there.
Yep.
You've seen another one that got dropped. He should have had 3 picks last year. I'm not saying that Carrington Valentine's an all-pro. I'm not saying he's Pro Bowl caliber yet. All I'm saying is if you go watch his 2023 tape and then watch his 2024 tape, his 2023 tape, looking like a solid starting cornerback. The reality is passer rating when targeted suggests he was our best corner last year. Interceptions suggest he was our best cornerback last year. Touchdowns allowed suggests he was our best cornerback last year.
And all leading you to answer the question as to why we didn't give Ja that money.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. Tim, it was $6 million. right?
I know. It shows how much they believe in CV for them not to drop the $6 million to keep Jaire. Clearly, they feel good about Carrington.
Yeah,
I mean, true, that's what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah. And see, this is what I keep coming back to. 2-0 for this is, so you're saying that Jaire wasn't our best cornerback? I can't, to quote Ricky Bobby, I'm too drunk to taste that chicken. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to say Carrington was better than Ja last year. I was in Tennessee when Ja took the pick 6. But this is why it's important to understand what the play call was. When we watched it back on Chalk Talk that Tuesday when we got back from Nashville in studio, he broke completely off of his assignment. I guarantee you he got a -2 on that play.
Yep.
So it's like it worked out. It's just like in Philly, week 1. He got his other both interceptions that Jaire had. Both interceptions Jaire had last year, he broke off his assignment to get the interception. There's a reasonable, unless I'm missing something.
And we remember those, but how many times do we remember him breaking an assignment and it costing us?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
In that same game, week 1, A.J. Brown cooked him because he bid on a double move and didn't play with the proper leverage. What you're seeing in the difference with the way Ja was playing in this defense when healthy in Carrington is Ja would play aggressive underneath and try to rebound with athleticism deep, and he got cooked. With Carrington, he's playing conservative up top and aggressive underneath when he needs to. So it's like it's flipped. And Tim, man, they might have sat down, exit interviews. Think about this, guys. We're putting this whole puzzle piece together here. What exit interviews, the media said they went to talk to Ja, and Ja said, I ain't got nothing good to say. I ain't saying anything. I ain't speaking to y'all. I'm not even going to be here next year. That's what he said. Now, that was after the exit interview, to the best of my knowledge. If you guys heard it different, let me know. I think it was after the exit interview. So if he goes in the exit interview and they tell him, listen, bub, it's going to take a lot to bring you back next year. I don't think we're going to do it. If that's the case, maybe this was the plan all along.
Could be.
I
think nothing nice to say comment was locker clean out after the loss in the playoffs.
But see, I thought they said it was exit interview. I think Jason Wilde, I could be wrong, but I think Jason Wilde said, locker clean out. That's after exit interviews. So they basically, when you do the locker clean out, like you got the final game, right? That's not when it happened. It happened after exit interviews. Then everybody goes and cleans their locker out and they're out the door. That's the way I understand it. I could be wrong. You guys correct me. Tim, you might be right there too. But regardless, it kind of feels like, I know this, Rob Domofsky, guys, I know some people don't like Rob. I've never had a bad experience with him personally. I'm just being honest with you guys as a fan. And I'm just a fan. I ain't nothing, no different than anybody else in the chat. But I've never had a negative experience with him. There's a lot of people that need to go to Rob and just tweet at him and go, hey, man, you called it.
Yep.
My bad because there were people saying he's trying to run Jaire, blah, blah, blah. And then when they thought Jaire was coming back, I know one particular guy on Twitter that I absolutely can't stand, and he was just, it's stupid to think that Jaire is not returning to Green Bay. And he's just all on his high horse, doing his thing. Boy, he not one of these people that went back to Rob and said, hey, man, you called it. Because what Rob said was, there's a 99.5% chance Jaire's not back because they don't want him back. And I went, I didn't go at Rob, but I was thinking, no, they've won him back at the right price. Guys, $6 million, you can't get a much rider down here in Kentucky. We're going to say it like that, rider price, right?
Yep.
Man, I think Rob knew right out the gate he had a good source, and they're like, they are done with Jaire.
And what did he take in Baltimore? 1 year, $7 million or something?
It was right at 6 from what I understand. Now there's some guarantee stuff, but I do know this. It was confirmed, okay? Confirmed by Jaire's dad. Now, if you want to say Jaire's dad's lying, that's totally cool. I get it. But Jaire's dad said they would have stayed in Green Bay for the same deal he got in Baltimore. But they being Jaire and his family would have stayed in Green Bay. That would suggest, and then what I heard later was it was to the tune of $4 million. They weren't willing to go to $6 million. So
got it.
That's where I differ. I'm like, okay, if he wanted to be in Green Bay, what's it going to hurt to get him back for $6 million? That's why I was kind of on that train. But man, you know what though, Tim? I'll have to eat some crow. Not really eat crow, but I'll just say, hey man, I was wrong. if we come out early in this year, and I'm not wishing this on Ja, but let's say Ja comes out in week 2 or 3 and he gets banged up and he's on IR for 6 weeks, we're going to be going, Goody did it again, right? And especially if Carrington's balling out too. So let's see here. United Bates says Jaire Alexander signed a 1-year, $4 million contract with the Baltimore Ravens in June of 2025 with $2 million incentives, bringing the maximum value to $6 million. So his dad, from what I understand, said it was $4 million. They did not want to give the 2 additional in incentives. So that's what the way I understood it. I could be wrong, but you guys can go listen to that interview too. He was on I want to say it was ESPN Milwaukee or ESPN Madison where he did that. So United Bates said the incentives are tied up to playing time, $500K each for reaching 35%, 40%, 45%, and 50% of the team snaps. So,
well, it begs the question: what about
65%?
65%.
What if he gets 65% of the snaps?
That's a great question, Tim. Asking all the tough questions in here tonight. All right. So there you go. Carrington Chalk Talk. This is a fun episode, Tim. We covered a lot, man. I appreciate that. I know there's a bunch of people in here watching. If this is your first time tuning in, hit that like, hit subscribe if you like daily Packers content. This is the type of stuff you're going to get all year long. You get film breakdown, pregame show, postgame shows. We're going to be covering the team throughout the week. Camp's going to be absolutely awesome. We'll be in here live every single day giving you training camp updates. Might even get some random live streams during the day if news breaks. We're going to be looking for the Zach Tom contract. We're going to be looking for the Elton Jenkins, them resolving that whole deal.
Wait, did you just say Zach Tom?
I did.
Pay that man his money.
Please pay that man his money. So, yeah, we got everything covered here, though. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. And anything we miss, hit us up in the comments. All right. Listen, this isn't anybody sitting over here doing a podcast going, listen to me talk. Let me tell you what's going on. It's us collectively as fans coming together, figuring everything out, and having a good time talking ball. So really, really appreciate everybody in the chat tonight. Y'all were awesome. Tim, thank you for your time, Bubba.
Thanks for having me, Clay. See you tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, everybody have a great day. Be safe out there on this Saturday evening, all right? As we always say, if you drink, don't drive. Do the watermelon crawl. We'll see you.
Here we go.
Bye, guys.